Okay, so a few weeks ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, was my little brother's birthday, and he wanted us to have dinner together. He wanted us to eat like at the table as a family because that's not something that we do here a lot. But it didn't happen because my dad was working or something like that. But the following day, we managed to do it. And I remember on that day, we were eating pasta. It's like a coiled one. It's called fusilli. It's like so. It's you have to be patient. You can't just and then it comes on your fork or whatever. So my little brother, the birthday boy, was struggling with that. He was like he was getting mad because it wasn't doing what he wanted it to do. And I remember my brother telling him to calm down. Like he'll get just chill. It'll happen. And then my mom was asking what's going on because it was evident that he didn't understand what Katsu was saying. Like he didn't know why he's been told to calm down because the pastor wasn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. And then when my mom asked why, like what's wrong, I remember saying some stuff about how he's used to having everything he wants when he wants because instant gratification. And the reason why this is the topic for today is because yesterday I went to my friend's house and the plan was to just shoot, take pictures of each other and then try and edit them, try new things and stuff like that. But I remember his roommate was there, two of his neighbors came and another person came to his house, so it was a bunch of us and we had a conversation for about 2 hours. Like I think 2 or 3 hours we were talking about random things, about life, about relationships, about girls. And a lot of the time after we finished having, like when we were concluding a particular topic, he was like, I would think about the fact that almost everything we're talking about had an element of instant gratification in it. And it was just alarming because it was, it was then this and then my brother. But just trying to make sense of the conversation I had with my family and those guys made me realize, alright, because of also the things that I was saying during our conversation, I also have a thing with instant gratification, like everybody does. The simplest example for me is when it comes to like relationships and girls and stuff like that. Because I haven't been in a relationship in I think almost 4 years now. And a lot of the time people are surprised when I say that to them, oh, how do you do? But the simple fact is I would easily blame like, oh, she wasn't the right one, or like there were a million reasons that I gave for why things didn't work out. Because over that period, I know a couple of girls who wanted to be in relationships with me, but then I just wasn't willing to do it. And I think it was because, I was blaming, I'm not ready, she's not the one, yada. But I feel like I was always avoiding the fact that I wasn't willing to work on it. And that working on it part is the part that I'm talking about when I talk about instant gratification. I just wasn't willing to work on the fact that I need to have a certain level of, I guess, patience, with this person and myself. Because I just was like, I started working out, this talking stage, I'm not doing this anymore. And it really bugged me because I didn't think I had a problem with instant gratification until then. Okay. Now the problem with instant gratification is that to a certain degree, it works because, if you want to watch a movie or a series, just go online and stream it. If you want to listen to an album, Spotify and whatever, all things are available. So we have like everything happens instantly. And then the problem is because we're so used to all those things happening that way, I think we expect everything else in life to work in the exact same way. Because instant gratification is just about what you want to happen when you want it to happen. But things like relationships and other things, just like the topics that we're talking about with those guys, they need you to be a bit more patient. They need you to need to understand that they require delayed gratification. You need to work on them to make sure that they happen the way you want them to happen. Because if you don't work on them, then obviously they're not going to work out and you're just going to be frustrated with yourself. Like, So I think this was my problem with the relationship thing. Like, girls were just, to me, if you didn't meet a particular criteria, it wasn't happening. And
everyone like that.
No, everyone's like that, but I guess it was just me being unfair because to myself and that person, I don't know why I not on something because I was like, she has bung teeth. I'm just giving an example.
I could name someone right now.
At the end of the day, we need to be a little bit more patient with ourselves. Allow ourselves to experience these things, allow ourselves to work on them, because we are throwing away so much because things aren't happening when we want them to happen the way we want them to happen. But letting go of control sometimes is what we need to do, because you can't control everything. The things that you can control, yeah, you're gonna have to, make sure you take care of that. But other things you don't have as much control as you would like to have. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just hope that I make these videos about these things, but I never really know if I'm going to like overcome. I'm just talking, and I'm trying to show I guess being aware of them is the first step, or whatever. Like to making sure it comes. So it's a different situation, it's a different scenario. So
You get a girlfriend. Be patient.
can you calm down? I'm getting a girlfriend. To be honest, when it comes to instant gratification, I don't know how I'm going to work on. I really don't know how I'm going to work on, but I know because I'm aware of it, I'm better than I was yesterday, as far as noticing certain things about people, and because some things are not necessarily impossible to get over or work on or whatever. I just feel like this should be the narrative with everyone. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I want to hear what you have to say about this. You can leave a comment in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe, share with your friends if you feel like you know anyone who needs to, I guess, deal with instant gratification. If you need to, just tell me what you think. Okay, peace.
And if you like the video, watch it again.